Greetings. We are very, very happy that you are all here today. And this is a wonderful time on your planet and on the place where this being is. It is a time of change, but it's also a time of relaxation. We are relaxing into the change. We are spending time at the moment, spending time taking a step back from all the things that have been going on for the longest time, and just taking a step back and letting it go, letting it all take its course. So our message to you at this moment, to all of you, is it is a time to take a step back, just to relax. And as this, in this being's country, just to do the dance, to start just to do the dance at night. Put on a kimono or don't put on a kimono, just do the dance and feel that energy, dance that energy that is surrounding all of you. And that is what is happening with this being's computer and with many of the devices that are in this being's vicinity. There is a very, very high energy. There are many beings coming back, and they are occupying all of the different frequencies that are here. And so it is a joyous time for everyone, for the whole world. And so this is our first message to all of you. Thank you for being here. And we are Sanat. We have been communicating with this being in the afternoon today. We were walking with him in the rice fields as he was preparing his mind for now and for today, and we were giving him what you might call a pep talk. Yeah. And so what we'd like to say to you is that on your earth at this moment, on your planet, you are on the cusp. You are on the cusp of something very, very big, something very big and very beautiful. So what we'd like you to know is that on the surface, what you can see with your eyes, everything seems to be falling apart. And it is, in a sense, it is falling apart, but there is something that is already available, already there, that is waiting in the wings. It is waiting in the wings to come out, to show itself to you. But first, all of these things that were built on illusions, or as this being has been listening to a lot of Jimi Hendrix, castles made of sand. And so all of these castles that are made of sand will slowly fall back into the sea eventually. So what we would like you to know is that the true structures are slowly becoming revealed. They're slowly revealing themselves. And these structures are kind of, we would say, built on a higher frequency than before. They're not built on the shifting sands as they were built before, but these are built on the structure of love. And that structure is a very, very powerful structure. And that is a very stable structure, because that is what the universe is truly made out of. And so this is what we would say to you, is that it looks like the world is falling apart, and it is. But there is another world waiting in the wings for all of you. And this world is built on love. So this is a joyous time. It is a time for you to relax and let go of this world that is falling apart, falling into the sand. And don't worry, this world that is falling apart, it is not there to make you suffer or to make you fear. It is just falling away. The way that it is presented to you as this fearful thing, but it is not fearful. It is a joyous time. It is a joyous time. Sanat again, and it's wonderful again to be back with you, with all of you. It's a wonderful question about art. What is art there for? Why is it there? Why is it important? Art is there. Art is a pulling down of things that are from other dimensions, a translation of things that are from other dimensions into this dimension. It is like what you know of as certain beings like yourself, coming down into these tiny little human bodies. Your whole soul, it's impossible for your whole being to come down, but a portion of you can come down. And that is just a reflection of the greatness that you all are. And that is just a small reflection of it, just a small little particle of it, because that's all that can fit in, because you are so large, you are so amazing and grand, as souls, as spirits, as part of God. And so art is a similar process. It is a process of something made of love and something in a frequency that's much higher than our frequency, and it is being translated into your realm. And so the idea of imagination is what it triggers your imagination, which allows you to remember something of a higher self, of your higher self. So it is there to trigger that realization that you're not just on this. This is why art gives you that feeling of hope and feeling ability that you can get through your lives. That's what it is. It is that connection with your higher self, and it reminds you of that because it pulls down this beauty that's from another dimension, and the beauty of love, and that is what you are made out of. And so it is most art. If you could see the truth, so the art that you see is the reflection. If you could see the true art that is being reflected, it might be too much for your human bodies to handle at the moment. As you progress in these frequencies, you'll notice that art will become even more powerful because it's going to be more connected, and you will have the ability to inhale more energy, and that energy will allow you to experience the true art as it is. And even then, in the frequency that you're going to, won't, that you are very, very, your soul is very, very big, and it's hard for your soul to fit into this body. And so that it's similarly art is so your body, who you are now, is just a reflection of the amazingness that you really are. It's just a small little reflection of it. And so the same way with art is also a reflection of something so much greater. So if you could see the art on the dimension that it is, it would be too much for us, for our human brains to even comprehend. It would just be so beautiful. So the art is a reflection of that higher dimensional energy coming down. And that's why it gives us hope, because it reminds us of who we truly are. And that's what art is. It's there to remind us who we are. And he also said that as we progress in frequency, we'll be able to see more. We'll be able to let in more light. And then we can see even like the art be even cooler, I guess is the, okay, let me see. Greetings. We are Mary Magdalene. And so the answer to your question is a question that many people do not like to hear. The answer is one that many do not like to hear, is that the answer is yes and no. So the music that you like to hear, you are drawn to that music. Now, in all music, just as anything on your planet, there is the yin and the yang. So even in the music that seems to be the darkest music, there is light there. There has to be. That is the nature of your reality, the nature of your dimension. In any kind of darkness, and even in the light, there is dark. It is the balance. That is what you are working within. And so the answer would be that whatever you were looking for within the music, you will find. If you were looking to be uplifted, you'll be uplifted. If you're looking to be taken down into a dark place, you'll be taken down into a dark place. If you're looking for hope, you will get hope. The music is a mechanism. The music is a vehicle that takes you where you want to go. You use your intention when you listen to the music, and you go where you need to go. And now, that being said, there is music that is programmed to do certain things. And with this music, sometimes it's harder to get your intention, what you would like to do. Sometimes the music is programmed a little bit more towards the yin and more towards the yang. But even so, you are beings of God, and this should not worry you much, because you have the power to change all of this. No matter how much the music is programmed, you are made of love, and your love can change that too. And so many people listening to sometimes what might seem as music without hope, their hope will infuse that music with hope and will change that music as well. This is a power that you all have. You are very, very powerful. Whatever you look on, whatever you see, up until this point, you are taught that whatever you see will influence you and will take you, will come inside of your frequency. But by the same token, whatever you see will be changed by you seeing it. And that is something that has not been talked about very much, but it is very true. And this is your power, your superpower, that you can change the world by looking upon it with eyes of hope and with eyes of love, with eyes of higher frequencies. This will be our answer. So yes and no. Interesting. Yeah, that's it's a good question. Have any? And hopefully I won't freeze. There we go. Greetings, Sanat. Yeah. So this is a wonderful idea. So you are in a world where, as was mentioned before, you are big. You're all very, very big, much bigger than you could ever imagine. Very big. And so when you are together in these different situations that you're in, and you tend to pick up on your other people's bigness, and you're kind of in each other's way. You're walking around. It looks like out on the outside, you're in the city, you walk by someone, it's fine. There's enough space. You didn't bump into each other, but your energies are bumping into each other, and everything's bumping into each other. And all of the energy that you hear, all of the music, all of the movies, it's all coming in. And so sometimes, as was said before, sometimes you need to take a step back and take a breath. And one thing that's really important is something that, so I'm here, as your logos. And the one thing we have is time, right? Time is created here. And I can see, since I'm part of this, I am facilitating all this for you. I can feel the time. I can feel it, but I know it's not there. So I can feel it, and then I can step outside of it. And it's quite an interesting experience. It's you might say going to like a nightclub kind of experience. You just get into the time, and then you get out of the time, get into the time. And it's like a dance, you might say. But yeah, so this is very important for all of you to get outside of time sometimes. Well, outside of time, it feels like you can't get outside of time, but you are outside of time all the time. So for all of you, the most important thing that you can do is to remember that you're not in time. And you can do what I do and jump in and jump out and jump in and jump out. It's exciting on a Saturday night. So this is what we would say to all of you, is that many things are increasing right now, right? Everything is increasing. And as things are increasing, the energy starts to increase more and more. And that's a wonderful thing, because you can experience things that 10 years ago you'd never be able to experience. And there's a flip side, of course. Sometimes that energy could be a little bit too intense, and sometimes you might not be able to handle it. And so that is when you step out of time. Just step outside of time. And by stepping out of time, all you do is just remember, you are not in time. It's just a remembrance. So that's what we would say to all of you. Sometimes you need to step outside of time and regenerate your energy. And by regenerating, we need just to realize who you are. You are God. You are one with God. And you're just forgetting here. You get caught up with all this stuff and you forget. Sometimes you need to step out and recharge.